One of the most useful charts for financial models is something called a waterfall chart. What this chart allows you to do is to take, for example, a budgeted profit, so we'll see here a budgeted profit, and explain why we ended up with a certain profit. So here you can see we had a budgeted profit, then because of retrenchments it dropped, electricity hike it dropped, and then we increased the selling price, it went up. So how do we create a chart like this for a financial model? In the more recent versions of Excel, there's actually something called a waterfall chart. But we're just going to show you how to trick Excel into create a waterfall chart. So before we understand how to do this, we need to get to know a chart based on stock data. So what I have here is a whole bunch of days, and what the stock price was on the stock exchange, the opening price, the high, the low, and the close. If I highlight these, you'll see under insert, we've got something called a stock chart, and over here it's called an open, high, low, close chart. When I click on it, this appears. Now this here is basically some technical analysis. So if you have studied much in terms of technical analysis, you might recognize these as candlesticks. I'm just going to make one change here. So the special thing about this chart is that these colors, the white and the black, are decided by the chart. And the way it does it is if the opening balance is lower than the closing balance, it'll turn white. So the bottom line's are opening balance, top line is a closing balance. Any line sticking out of it is the high for the day. Any line sticking at the bottom of it is the low for the day. So what you'll see is that was a downward movement, upward movement, etc. The powerful thing about this is that we can change these colors. So for example, I'm going to go to that black one, I'm going to right click, just got to get it, so you'll see it says format down bars. So I can either do it that way, and I'm going to say down is bad, so I'm going to make it red, for example. I can then go to the up bars, just got to click in the right place. You'll see it says format up bars, and just solid fill, and we'll make it green. Okay, so that's how you can format it. So now let's see how we can apply this to a waterfall chart. So what I've got here is I've set up a budgeted profit. You'll see I have set up open, high, low, close. Even though I don't plan to use high and low, I still have to set it up this way. I'm going to open on 0, you'll see it's a number. And here I've typed in 100, that's what our budgeted profit was. Now to give it this feel of where that stops, this starts, the next one, the opening price, must be the closing from the previous item. So what you can see is this is like a bucket. Basically, the close of one is the open of another. This here then is the impact. So because of retrenchments, this 100 dropped to 90. And notice again, it starts like that. So what we can now do is we can highlight it. I'm going to say insert, open, high, low, close. When I click on it, you'll see the first thing I see doesn't look very good. As a general rule, with a graph, if it doesn't look good before you do anything else, just switch the rows and columns. So if I click on that, you'll see instantly it looks much better. I can just get rid of the legend. So now it makes a lot more sense. What I want, I'm just going to right click here, and I'm going to say up is good. Right click here, we're going to say down is bad. And you'll see very quickly we've created a waterfall chart that clearly shows that even though we had some downward trends because of retrenchments and electricity, our selling price increase has offset it.